Dear students, third unit is FIR filter design. FIR means finite impulse response. So in second unit we already learned about IIR. So the IIR and FIR transformations are designed by transformations from analog to digital domain, right? So this IIR and FIR, finite impulse response, the main purpose are designed is to convert to transform the analog domain into digital domain. In many DSP applications, FIR are preferred when compared to IIR. So the reason is FIR filters are always stable. FIR filter with exactly linear phase can be easily designed. It can be realized in both recursive and non-recursive structure. Then FIR filters are free from limit cycle oscillations. So these are all the advantages which overcome the IIR filter. So this is the reason in many DSP applications the FIRs are preferred. So the disadvantage is memory requirements and execution times are very high. The implementation of narrowband FIR filters are costly and hardware requirements, arithmetic operations are higher. So these are the disadvantages of FIR filter. Let's see the design of FIR filter using Windows method. So in second unit, the design of IIR filter is nothing but Butterworth filter and Chebyshev filter. Here the design of FIR filter, we are using a window technique method, Fourier series method and frequency sampling method. So there are three methods are used to design a FIR filter. Let's see one by one. So first one is window technique. So the design steps is the desired frequency response is ht of e power j omega is periodic and can be expanded in Fourier series. That is ht of e power j omega equal to summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity hd of n into e power minus j omega n. So ht of n is nothing but 1 by 2 pi integral of minus pi to pi ht of e power j omega n d omega. So this is the Fourier series formula. Ht of n equal to 1 by 2 pi integration of minus pi to pi ht of e power j omega into e power j omega n into d omega. So the Fourier coefficient have infinite length. One possible way of obtaining FIR filter is to truncate the length, right? So the Fourier coefficients have the infinite length. One possible way of obtaining FIR filter is to truncate the filter. To truncate the infinite Fourier series at n equal to plus or minus n minus 1 by 2. But it's infinite, right? Minus infinity, infinity. We reduce that range into infinite Fourier series at plus or minus n minus 1 by 2. But abrupt truncation of the Fourier series result in passband and stopband, right? These oscillations are due to slow convergence of Fourier series and this effect is known as Gibbs phenomenon, right? So this is very important in 2 marks. That is Gibbs phenomenon is nothing but the oscillations due to the slow convergence of Fourier series. So when it will occur now, that abrupt truncation of the Fourier series result in passband and stopband, right? So already I told that. So in a Fourier series have an infinite coefficient. There is one possible to reduce that infinite coefficient into finite by using a truncation, that the limit is plus or minus n minus 1 by 2, which is instead of minus infinity to infinity, right? So by using truncation we limit the infinite into finite at this condition. So that abrupt truncation, so when we apply the truncation of the Fourier series which result in passband and stopband, so the result will occur in passband and stopband. So these oscillations are due to the slow convergence of Fourier series. So these oscillations occur slow convergence of Fourier series and this effect is known as the Gibbs phenomenon. To reduce the oscillations, Fourier coefficients are modified and multiplying the infinite impulse response with finite weighting sequences W of n called a window function, right? To reduce the oscillations, right? when we'll reduce the oscillations, the Fourier coefficients are modified. So already we defined Fourier coefficients are infinite numbers. So these coefficients are modified by multiplying the infinite impulse response with the finite weighting sequence. That weighting sequence is denoted as W of n. So this W of n is multiplied with the infinite impulse response, that is called as the window function. So this is the frequency response Ht of omega. So the frequency response of low pass filter, this is the low pass filter. So the frequency response of low pass filter is defined like this. In frequency response, the spectrum will be drawn like this. This is window function W of n, right? So which is nothing but impulse response. W of n is impulse response. Impulse response is 1, right? So all values are 1. So this is the weighting function of impulse response, which can be represented in a discrete signals. Now multiplying these two, we get the window function, right? So now multiply these two, we get the h of omega is like this and the frequency spectrum is like this. So frequency response of the filter. So from that diagram, h of e power j omega equal to ht of e power j omega into w of e power j omega. So multiplying these two function, we get the frequency response of the filter h of e power j omega. So to reduce that Gibbs phenomenon, we can multiply the infinite impulse response with the finite coefficients. Then it is called as a window function. So characteristics of window function. So it's very important in a 2 marks, right? So center lobe of the frequency response of the window should contain most of the energy and should be narrow. That is the center lobe of the frequency response. So this is the frequency response curve. So here the center lobe of the frequency of the window should contain most of the energy. So the maximum energy will occur here only and it should be narrow, right? Second one, highest side lobe level of the frequency response should be small. Highest side lobe level of the frequency response should be small, right? Then side lobe of the frequency response should decrease in energy as omega equal to pi. The side lobe of the frequency response should decrease in energy as omega tends to pi. Okay, so these are the characteristics of the window function. There is 3 characteristics. One is center lobe of the frequency response of the window should be contain most of the energy and should be narrow. So the center lobe of the frequency should be narrow and which contain the most of the energy level. And highest side lobe. In side lobe, the highest side lobe level of the frequency should be very small. And third one, side lobe of the frequency response should decrease in energy. So the side lobe of the frequency response should be decreased. So here the energy level is high, it should be decreased in energy as omega equal to pi. So these are the 3 characteristics of the window function. So next one, types of designing the FIR filter. I already told there are 3 methods which have been used to design a FIR filter. First one is window technique, Fourier series, frequency sampling method. So next steps of window techniques. So first step is specifications. So in specifications, these are the values should be given in a problem. Then only we can design FIR filter. First one is N, that is order of filter, then cutoff frequency, then window type. So there are 4 types of windows technique. One is rectangular, Hamming, Blackman. Then filter type. It may be a low pass, high pass, band pass and band stop. Then the frequency response Ht of e power j omega. Finally alpha. Alpha value is calculated by using this n value. So n minus 1 by 2. So this is the first step, that is the specification of the given problem. Second one, to find Ht of n. Already we know Ht of n formula, 1 by 2 pi integration of minus pi to pi Ht of e power j omega n d omega. So it is nothing but Fourier series method. So we can using directly this formula, then it's become a Fourier series method. Or else we have to find Ht of n with the help of types of filters. So first one is low pass filter. If the FIR filter design using low pass filter means the Ht of n formula is sin omega c n minus alpha divided by pi of n minus alpha. under the condition n not equal to alpha. If n equal to alpha, then ht of n become wc by pi. So this is the formula for low pass filter. So similarly, we have this separate formula for high pass, band pass and band stop. So high pass filter ht of n is, if n equal to not alpha, one formula is there. N equal to alpha, another one formula is there for individual filters, right? So high pass filter sin pi n minus alpha minus sin omega c n minus alpha divided by pi of n minus alpha. This is alpha, right? Or else 1 minus omega c by where n equal to alpha. Then band pass filter ht of n equal to sin omega c2 n minus alpha minus sin omega c1 n minus alpha divided by pi of n minus alpha at n not equal to alpha, or wc2 minus wc1 divided by pi where n equal to alpha. Then last one, band stop filter ht of n equal to sin omega c2 n minus alpha minus sin omega c1 n minus alpha plus sin pi n minus alpha divided by pi of n minus alpha at n equal to not alpha, or else if n equal to alpha, then ht of n equal to 1 minus omega c2 minus omega c1 divided by pi. So third step, find the window coefficient w of n. So for designing a FIR filter, we have to find ht of n. For that, h of z, right, or h of n. For that, we have to multiply ht of n into w of n. So ht of n, based on the filter, we have a separate formula. So likewise, w of n, window coefficient, we have a separate formula for types of windows. For rectangular window, WR of n equal to 1 for the condition of minus n minus 1 by 2 less than or equal to omega less than or equal to n minus 1 by 2. Where Hanning filter, Hanning window, WHN of n equal to 0.5 plus 0.5 cos 2 pi n by n minus 1. The range is minus n minus 1 by 2 to plus n minus 1 by 2. For other range, value become 0. So actually the Fourier series become a infinite coefficient, but due to the truncation, it can be modified in the range of finite value. So due to this, it is changed to low pass band and stop band. So this phenomena is called as a Gibbs phenomenon, already we defined, right? So that's why we have to use this range is minus n minus 1 2 to plus n minus 1 by 2. The third one, Hamming window, the formula is WH of n equal to 0.54 plus 0.46 into cos 2 pi n by n minus 1. The range is minus n minus 1 by 2 to plus n minus 1 by 2. For other range, the value become 0. Then last one, Blackman, WB of n equal to 0.42 plus 0.5 cos 2 pi n by n minus 1 plus 0.08 cos 4 pi n by n minus 1. For 0 otherwise. So this is third step. Fourth step is find h of n. So h of n is nothing but ht of n into w of n. So in the second step, we find out ht of n, and third step, we find out w of n. Then multiplying both coefficient, we get h of n. Then we can convert to digital filter for the h of z. So by using z transform formula, summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1, h of n into z power minus n. So h of n is nothing but this value. So we have to substitute that value, we get the h of z, right?